What's up, everybody? It's me, Nacho, and this is Love for the Streets, the Ride Along.
Ride with us, slide with us, come vibe with us. Stay cruising with real hitters and dime pieces. Ain't nobody else comparing to the things we on. You got love for the streets, why don't you ride along? Ride with us, slide with us, come vibe with us. Stay cruising with real hitters and dime pieces. Ain't nobody else comparing to the things we on. You got love for the streets, why don't you ride along?
So we're out here in the beautiful city of Chicago, and today we're featuring this beautiful 64 Impala that belongs to a good friend of mine.
My name's Javier Zamora, and this is my car. We call it Blue Dream 64. It's a 1964 Chevy Impala Super Sport.
Alright, bro, so we're ready?
Let's go. We're going to take a little cruise down Canal Street to show you a little bit what we got out here in the shop.
That's right. That's right. Oh. All right, Javier. So, a little bit about the car, dog. When you showed me pictures, actually on your Instagram, I was like, dog, this car, I have to feature it, dog. You know what I mean? It was, to me, it's a standard that you have that back home in Cali, like we see it all the time. You know what I mean? And
right.
It sets you apart. I mean, from a lot of other cars, you know. So first of all, how long have you had the car for?
Well, I have the car for about 5 years now.
All right.
Give or take a couple months. I bought the car with it was a hopper, fully reinforced frame, molded frame and everything, and bought it painted. And then once I got the car, I really started working on it. I redid pretty much everything on the car except for the paint. Yeah, I did the hydros, did the interior, did everything. You know, it's always been a dream of mine.
Yeah,
man.
not bad.
You know?
And another question is this: what got you into lowriding, though? Like,
oh man, it's just, you know, it's been a long, lifelong dream of mine to be able to own one of these cars since I was little. You know, I grew up in Little Village in 26th Street, here in the south side of Chicago.
That's right.
And I had my uncles. They were one of the first guys to have lowriders around these areas.
Right.
And you know, he would take me for a cruise. He would make me clean his rims, count his spokes, and once I did that, he would take me for a cruise. And I'll never forget the first time I fell in love with a lowrider was when he hit the switches, man.
That's right.
When he hit the switches, that was it for me. I really fell in love with the style of cruising.
So it's funny you say that, though, because I have a similar story, like with my uncles too. You know, they had many trucks. They had Impalas, and just recently they had like C10 trucks, but on 13s. You know, also, you know, lowrider. So us, it was like that too. That was the same similar story. That's why when I know that you mentioned it to me, and I thought it was dope. Like little did I know somebody all the way out here in Chicago has some type of story that's relatable to me, you know, that I understand.
And I'm with you, man. I mean, I used to back in the day, it used to be the Euro scene, you know, with the lowrider Euros. And I had a Honda Accord, you know, dropped on 15x7s with Vogues, you know what I'm saying?
And it's funny because now it's making a comeback, right? Like the little the mini trucks and everything, right?
It's dope, man. It's dope to be able to be a part of the scene and always have something, man. We grew up out here in the south side of Chicago. Anytime you got a little car or something, you always got to throw rims and
system.
And
that's really the same, no?
And now,
same in LA.
Yeah, and now with this, you know, you go a little bit further where you really throw, you know, the paint and the engraving and everything. And I, at least myself, I really look up to you know, Cali Cali's the Mecca, right? It's the spot. It's where everything's happening. It's the king of the mountain out there. You know what I'm saying?
And I feel like this, that some of us appreciate the fact that people like you continue to keep the culture alive elsewhere, because you know, for a time, I know there was a time where you really didn't see cars out. You know, there was a lot of carjacking, there was a lot of like gang violence, you know, so people were afraid to bring out their cars, or they were just kind of concerned, you know, like more like. So then thankfully now, like, you know, due to like a lot of dedicated riders, like I'm talking about people that, you know, they weathered the storm and they went out and they just fixed their cars and they still went to shows and they still did what they did on the streets and clubs, actually, you know. So I mean, that's another thing. Speaking of that, do you belong to any clubs?
No, man. I was part of a infamous car club, but we broke up. We broke up, and then we ended up you know, going our separate ways, and we're all good people. We're all good friends still, you know. It's just, you know, we have some differences, and now I ride solo. Now I ride solo and shit.
That's right.
But I mean, you know, I'm always looking forward to maybe something, you know, maybe bringing a car club from Cali, you know.
Yeah, well, that would be,
you know, because there's some really good clubs out that way, and we would definitely like to bring something out of that.
See, you guys hear that? So if you guys are looking for a solid member, somebody that's a family man that has a really beautiful car, you know, shout out to my boy Javier right here, you know.
Simon.
And so, you know, I feel like this though, that you guys, on Friday we had a cruise, you know, and a lot of cars came out, dude, and we saw the unity out here too, you know. Do you think that there's something lacking though out here, that you could say that if you had you know, to put your input, like what would you change, what would you do differently out here as far as the car community goes?
I think there's one thing, that we're pretty spread out. You know, in Chicago, there's the north side, south side, west side, east side, and it's a really big city. You know, so we really need to try to like go to one end of the city and then come back to the other end of the city and really support each other more than anything, because you know, COVID-19 has changed a little bit everything we've had, but when we get shows, you know, we get some nice shows out here, some nice car shows. Sometimes I feel like sometimes we really need to push ourselves to go to the show on the north side, even though you're from the far south. You know what I'm saying?
Even if you trailer your car, even if you take 2 hours to get there, but just as long as you support it, right? That's the main thing, because it could be something small. It could be something small, just a fundraiser, you know, a barbecue or something, and I think that right there is enough for you to support them, you know what I mean?
Absolutely. And that's the thing. I mean, you know, personally for myself, if you got a trailer, a car, whatever, it don't matter as long as you bring it out, you know. That's ultimately what the thing is. You know, I really feel that these cars are made to cruise, you know. I love being able to cruise, and don't get me wrong, I mean, I also like the attention it brings, you know.
Oh, definitely.
You know, because a lot of people show
that's a high in itself, huh? Like that, it makes you feel proud of what you're accomplishing, like you know, the work you put in, the get up in the morning, wipe it down, you know, get the detail on it, you know, and everything.
I go get dressed up, man, to go for a cruise, you know what I'm saying? You know, and that's the thing. My wife's like, hey man, I tell my wife sometimes I'm going on a date. She's like, what? I was like, yeah, a date with my car, you know, I'm gonna go for a cruise down, you know,
La Sancha, huh?
That's La Sancha, bro, you know, and that's the thing.
So where are you originally from? You're from Chicago. Where's your family from?
Born and raised in Chicago. My father's from Michoacan.
That's right.
And my mom is from Juarez.
Oh, okay.
Juarez, Texas. So they met out here in Chicago, and you know, we've stayed out here ever since.
Yeah, that's dope,
and now right now I live in Oak Lawn with my family, and you know, just trying to live life, man, trying to live the best life we can. You know, and work hard and be able to bring out the car. You know, I try to bring it out 2-3 times a week. You know what I'm saying? For a little cruise night here and there.
Let me ask you another question that I always have in my mind. When you walk out to your garage or where you have your car, right, where you store it, do you walk past it and do you tap the switch one time just to kind of get that little like electricity, you know what I mean?
Oh, most definitely, man, most definitely. It's all about, you know, really putting attention to my car, man. I really, you know, it's a dream come true for me. It's a dream come true for me to be able to have something like this. And
I'm glad that you appreciate the the culture, you know, the
Absolutely.
building your car, everything. Like that's something that you can't put a price on it, dude.
No, absolutely. I agree.
Speaking of that, would you sell this baby?
You know what, man? I don't plan on selling it. But if somebody came with a big ass bag of money, you know, it's kind of hard to say no.
Yeah, you know, everybody says, what do they say? Everything's for sale.
Everything's for sale,
That's
man.
right.
If you come at me right, correct,
Why not, right?
why not, right? And then we go on another build, you know.
Yeah.
Thing is, these cars are never really done, you know. You always got little things you want to do to it. We're our own worst critics,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying, when it comes to these cars. And
Absolutely.
I'm just really trying to enjoy it. I'm really trying to appreciate what I've built, you know. And like I said, I mean, you know, by no means, you know, is the car, you know, 100.
Yeah.
We ride it, we drive it, we cruise it all the time. Yeah, so you know, it goes with the game. You know, you got to charge it to the game sometimes when these things break down. You know.
Definitely.
But at
Do
the
you
end,
think that one day, sorry to cut you out,
no, it's all right.
but do you think that one day we'll see this car out in Cali?
That's the dream, brother. That's the ultimate dream, is to be able to take it out that way, man, and be able to show Cali what Chicago has. You know, it's I know.
Represent Chicago, right?
Yeah, exactly, bro, and be proud of what we got out here, because ultimately, man, you know, we're repping the Midwest, we're repping Chicago, south side of Chicago, and I'm hoping that, you know, I can make some people out there in Cali proud of what we've tried to accomplish out here.
Right. No, I can tell you personally, dude, your car's top notch, dude.
Really appreciate it, man.
So I know that, you know, once we leave Chicago, I want you to feel that, you know, somebody from Cali came out and admitted that you have a dope car that can compete with the best of them out there, dude.
Oh, that's you know what? That's amazing when you say something like that to me. It is, because, you know, it takes a lot of effort, it takes a lot of sacrifice, a lot of money, a lot of arguments with my wife, you know.
Oh, believe me, yeah.
But ultimately, man,
that.
you know, it's really nice to get that stamp of certification from somebody out there in Cali, especially like you, with the, you know, love for the streets events and everything. To be able to tell me something like that, man, really brings up my morale, you know.
And one thing that we know, we acknowledge, dude, like us, that no matter how your car looks, that's not, it could be primer, dude, it could be, doesn't matter, because to me, I look at it like that's your pride and joy. That's what you know, are building. You're either in the process, you know, you ride it, you know, and then everybody, like, however they can, you know, because
Absolutely.
I'm not gonna sit here and say, oh, I have a, you know, full custom car, you know, I don't. But
Right.
how I see it, people trip out how we're driving around. People trip out.
Yeah, bro, people love that.
That's dope. So right now, where are we at? What areas?
We're in the north side of Chicago right now,
That's
bro.
right.
We're coming down through a little bit towards the center area. We're coming down right in the smack middle of the city, man. You know, this is we just passed up Ogden Avenue, and yeah, man, we're just trying to show you a little bit of the culture, man. It's really diverse out here. We're coming down Grand Avenue. You know, it's really diverse. You got all walks of life out here in Chicago.
And that, honestly, that's what makes Chicago, like, where I feel like if it's close to how we are in LA, like it's not just what the news tells you, you know, because we still have family out there. We still have, you know, the diversity of different races, different backgrounds, different religions. But for us, you know, in our scene, we love the fact that we can come together through the cars, you know.
Absolutely.
No matter what, like, if, you know, whatever your background is, you know, and whatever your pockets allow, you know, like, you'll go to one of our events and you'll see something that's, you know, restored, you know, back to original, and then you have something that's like full blown, full custom, you know, engraved, everything, you know. And that's what makes our scene unique.
Absolutely. And out here in Chicago, it is a little bit different, because, you know, there's quite a few lowriders, but, you know, when we go to a show, it's a little mix of all kinds of cars. You have some hot rods, some rat rods, some low rods, low riders, and then you bust out the Euros out there, you know, like the tuner scene, and we get a good mix of everything. But the best part about it is, you know, you're a car guy, I'm a car guy. You know, we could sit there and chop it up about cars all day long, and you can have a hot rod and I can have a low ride. You know, and that's the best thing about cars, is that we really
you intermingle, right? Like,
Exactly.
like you
There's
see the
no-
lowrider guys walk over to the hot rod guys, and you see the
Yeah.
hot rods walk over to the lowrider guys. You know,
Yeah,
like,
dude.
and you intermingle, and you're able to appreciate the
Absolutely.
time and the work that gets put into some of these cars.
Exactly, because they know the blood, sweat, and tears that we all put into these cars, you know, and that's the best part about relating with each other in that regard, you know, is that we really know what it takes to really do this, you know, and that's the best
Appreciate it,
part,
man.
man. Yeah, dude, and that's what it's all
So
about.
let me ask you this, Javier. That's another question I have. Is this your ultimate build, or do you have another car that you say that's gonna be my next build?
Oh yeah, man. I mean, you're always thinking what the next car is, you know. No matter if, you know, hopefully the wifey doesn't hear all of this because she's already kind of fed up with my car. But you know what? Don't get me wrong. She supports. You know, it's just, you know, they always got a better idea what to do with my money. You know.
I think I'm gonna give you some advice on that, bro. You gotta get her lowrider.
That's what I was telling her. But you know what?
Right, fellas? You guys know?
Well, talking about that, man, that's the next build. Is I really like a 56,
Oh,
a 56
wow, yeah.
convertible Bel Air, man.
Oh, yeah,
you know,
man.
you got some guys out there in Cali that you know, from Southside Car Club.
Oh yeah,
man,
shout
that
out to
really-
Southside.
Yeah, man, they're really doing it up,
Yeah.
and they're definitely you
yeah.
know, set the bar really high, you know,
and they're good guys, and that's another thing that separates them, you know, from other clubs, is that they're good guys. They support, you know, you see them out there, and they do have some beautiful builds.
Oh yeah, man. So that's where, you know, you see quite a few 57s and some 55s, 56s, but I don't see too many 56s out, and I really wanted to, especially out this way, you know. I really wanted to see if we could have that the next build, you know.
Oh yeah, that would be good. Yeah.
Yeah, bro.
Oh, I can't wait to see that.
No, me neither, man. Hopefully we could paint it some color that the wifey likes, and it'll be hers, you know, and we'll have both cars. We can cruise together and really go to shows and stuff.
That's the way to go, honestly.
Absolutely. Get the family involved, you know.
Yeah, definitely.
And that's the best part ultimately with my family, is they do show support. You know, they might not be at 100 with it, but you know, she's down. She's down. She lets me go on my own and lets me do my thing. Every once in a while she'll cruise with me. You know, and the kids, you know, my kids love it, man. My kids love the car, you know.
Honestly, like, I think that's the best thing about lowriding and just car, like, building in general, dude, that it unites families, you know. I know that if it wasn't for this, you know, who knows what I would have been into if my uncles wouldn't have you know, put that in our life, you know, and in front of us, you know. So what do you think? There's another question. 520s or radials?
Well, I mean, 520s for shows, radials for go. You know what I'm saying? Because I mean, I got 520s on the car, but had a blowout 2 years ago with 520s. Almost lost the car, you know.
Oh yeah.
So you know, we don't jump on the expressway too much with 520s anymore.
There you go. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Lesson learned. So ultimately, I'm thinking what we're gonna do is I'm gonna keep these rims as like show rims, but I really want to get some radials on here with like some nice, you know, I want to get some 100-spoke Daytons. I don't know, man. You know, back in the day, I was really feeling the 100-spoke Daytons. You know what I'm saying? Okay. And I want to maybe get something like that, throw some Remingtons on it.
Yeah.
And that way we could cruise all day long, throw it back on the express. You know what I'm saying? And I have to worry about a blowout.
And the thing is, with the 520s, that look right there is dope, dude.
It's dope.
To me, it represents, like, that's what the car, the first guys to do it. That's what they did, you know.
Right.
So that right there is like paying, like, you know, your respects, I guess.
Absolutely. I mean, you know, the 520s were made to really look the part. You know what I'm saying? That's what really makes the car stand out, man. I mean, 520s really make it look nice. So let me ask you this: Sportaways or Cokers?
That's another one.
That's another one. I think Cali Boy touched that one.
Yeah. Shout out to Cali Boy.
What up, Cali?
So yeah, dude. So I mean, I see like this, Javier. You guys have a very beautiful city out here. I know the weather is not the same as back home.
No.
But you guys make it happen out here, and that right there is respect, dog. You know, and I
appreciate it,
I know a lot of the guys, and I can speak for them. that they can respect something like that, dude. You know?
Absolutely, absolutely. I
You guys
appreciate
make it
that,
happen
man.
out here, dog. Continue the culture, keep it alive, and keep it family, bro, and just build beautiful cars that we can admire from back home.
That's what it's all about, G. That's what it's all about, and I really look forward to, you know, taking out the car further out to the Midwest, further out to Kansas, Ohio, and then hopefully one day Arizona, Cali. You know what I'm saying? And keep it clean, keep it simple, keep it in pristine condition, so that I could go out there and you know, hang with the big boys in Cali, man. Because I know Cali's
you know how I
top notch,
picture it?
brother.
If you have a car, especially a car this beautiful, that you ride, that you take to shows, right? Like, it's like a checklist, bro, that you say, my car cruised, you know, LA, Whittier Boulevard, Crenshaw. Absolutely. You know what I mean? It was there. I went there and I took a picture in front of Staples Center, and it's like the vice versa for us, you know, that you say you trailer your car somewhere, you know, and you go to a car show in Texas, and then you take a cruise around the city and you say, my 13s touch that concrete, you know what I mean?
The Lowrider bucket list, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, definitely.
That's what it's all about, G, and you're right. And you're right.
Bucket list.
Yeah, bro. So that's the thing, man. You know, you really want to do all that. You know, it's just, you know, these, you know, lowriders, man, you know, they break down. You drive them a lot, they break down. So, you know, you got to deal with the problems with this, man, you know. But ultimately, you know, just got to keep it simple, because these streets out here in Chicago don't play, man. Yeah, dude, they got bumps and they got bumps.
And if we had potholes in LA, you guys said, hold my beer. You guys said, hold my beer. Because damn,
check
dude,
us out.
yeah,
Check us out. We don't
you guys have the roads out here. Damn, dude. But I mean, it is what it is, dude. You know, you gotta make it happen.
But I mean, it is what it is, man. You know, we roll. We'll roll hard, man. You know, and
so what do you have in the trunk, bro? Like
it's a gravity fed. It's a two tank gravity fed setup. 8 batteries.
That's right.
Yeah, front, back, 3-wheel on each side. You know, nothing too crazy, man. You know, but yeah, man, we just redid it. Shout out to Customatics. Johnny from Customatics. He's the one that did the setup in the back. Yep. He had it for a while and took care of everything. It was a joint effort. It was a joint effort. Shout out to Speedy from High Class. He's the one that hooked me up with the rims.
That's right.
Yeah, man. He High Class is another club out there that we really look up to out here, man. You know, at least for myself, I can speak for myself. And Speedy was great customer service, good guy, you know, and he hooked me up with the rims. Shout out to Crazy Cutting. Yep. They hooked me up with all the engraving inside the car. Yep. You know, and really helped me
put together
everything, man. You know,
right.
and that's how it is. You know, that's how it is with everybody.
You know, and it's nice. It's like this. You could tell the craftsmanship that you or the vision that you had more than anything, because you know, they have that old debate, you know, bought not build, build not bought. You know, I feel like this, dude, that ultimately somebody builds it and you buy it, it's still a dope car and it's still your baby. If you build it yourself, that's another thing, you know what I mean? So
absolutely.
I think that, you know, that right there, that debate's always going to be forever. But as long as you say, you know what, I ride it, I'm the one that paid for it, I paid the painter, or whatever it is, you know, the engraver, the rims, whatever, you put the car together.
Right. No, absolutely. And I'll tell you something. I mean, even shout out to like Mando from Mando's Customs. He really helped me put the car together. You know, he's a mastermind in regards to mechanical, you know, any leaks I got, or you know,
he's your go-to guy.
He's my go-to guy. Mando from Mando's Customs. Shout out, homie.
Yeah.
None but love for you, bro, because he's always hooked me up, man. He's always helped me out.
Yeah, dude.
He's always really tried to make the car the best that it is, you know, because we work on it, but we don't know it. I don't know everything, you know what I'm saying? And sometimes you need to leave the things up to the experts, bro.
We have a saying in Spanish, zapatero a sus zapatos.
Andale.
So you understand that, like, absolutely. I don't know how to do hydraulics. I know how to do something else, you know. Right. So I take it to the guy that knows how to do it.
Absolutely, you know, and he's been a great help, you know. And that's what it's all about, man. It's a team effort out here, you know. And you know, the good thing is that we do have that camaraderie out here too. Is, you know, we help each other, and I see that out in Cali too.
Yeah,
and you know, we help each other out here, man. If I go down, or if my shit breaks down, you know, I got homies from other clubs that help me. Yeah, man. There was one time, dude, I got a little, you know, a little tipsy, and I got switch happy, you know. I'm hitting the switches, and I didn't realize that my tank straps were loose. Before you know it, homies are like, hey man, you left the gas tank in the back over there on the road. I'm like, what? They're like, dude, I'm like, the car's still running. Sure enough, I look back, I had the gas tank laying out on the road, man. You know, and I was tipsy, you know, I was a little, you know, but then we just grabbed that tank.
Everybody's like a toy, you know what I mean? You know, you get, you know, it's like you buy a kid a car, a little toy car, so he breaks it, you know what I mean?
Yeah. And the thing is that homies came through, you know, we came together, we put that gas tank right back on, bro. Right back on, and we took off, man. We got it all the way back home. You know what I'm saying? And I couldn't have done it without my homies. You know what I'm saying? I couldn't have done it without them. You know, and ultimately, you know, that's what it's all about, man. I picked the worst road, bro. I picked the worst road to go.
But I like the view, dog. Like the bridges here are like different than out there, dog. Everything's different, dog. And that's all, like, you know, like you guys are an old city out here, so, and then it's like everything's made out of bricks. Like we don't have that out there, dude. Like everything, like over there is, you know, plaster and whatnot, and out here is like bricks. You know why? There's no earthquakes over here. You know what I mean?
No, never is, bro. I mean, there's been some really, really small ones, you know, but really nothing too crazy. No, we get there's not really anything you really worry about. Just the problem is winters are cold. Winters are cold, you know.
Last year was one of the worst ones, right?
Yeah, bro. They were cold, 20 below, 30 below zero.
I have family out here, and they said, hey, dude, they were telling people to go home. Like if they see you out on the street, and you're not supposed to be.
Thank you, man.
Thank you.
Appreciate it, brother. Appreciate it, man.
There you go.
Good looking out, man. Thank you. Thank you very much, man. I appreciate it, brother. But yeah, man. We get a lot of love out here, bro. We get a lot of love in Chicago.
That's why, like, that right there makes it all worth it, huh?
Oh, absolutely.
That right there, anything that goes wrong, you know, at the end of the day, because of that right there makes you feel good. Like you don't even get mad. You're
no, bro, not at all.
You get the love, you see?
Yeah.
Cars pass by, they honk, they love to see this.
Oh yeah, brother.
That's beautiful, bro.
Yeah, that's what it's all about, G. That's what it's all about.
Así es, Javier.
Well, you know what, man? Ultimately, the one person that I really want to send a shout out to is my wife. You know, I may talk some smack a little bit, you know, but I'm just playing, man. If it wasn't for her, none of this would be possible. You know, you really need a ride or die with you, and my wife is definitely the ride or die. Yeah. Oh, no doubt about it. You know, we have our differences like anybody else, but at the end of the day, you know, we're happy together, and she supports, you know, my addiction. You know what I'm saying? And my kids. Shout out to my son Michael, my daughters Suilem, and my other daughter Alani. You know, I mean, my dad's always been 100 with me, and all the homies out there, man. You know, all the homies out there that really ride with us, you know, with me and shit, and we go out and have a good time. You know, I already gave a shout out to all the guys that have worked on the car and shit, that we got some of these parts with. And at the end of the day, man, you know, it's just about really repping the city of Chicago, you know, and trying to show you know, everybody else out there in the world that we got a little something out here in Chicago too. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely, bro.
And that's how
that makes me feel good, bro. I think that makes me feel good, like on some, like, off the record, like that you're a humble cat. You know, you're not denying where this culture, where you got it from, where, you know, you're giving props to where it's due, you know. And that's like right there, there's no like big-headed, there's no nothing. Like that shows your character, bro. And I think that right there is what makes you stand apart, dog. And I like it, dog. I love that shit, that, you know, you're not afraid to say that. You know, you're not afraid to say, hey, Cali this, you know, whatever that, you know. And I say that means a lot, bro.
Oh, absolutely, bro, because that's how it is. that's how it is, and we gotta recognize that. You know, we gotta recognize that that's how it is. You know, we're just trying to extend what they do out there, out this way.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And make it happen.
Be a light out here so that people can see it. You know, people can see that light shining out here. You know what I mean? So there you have it, folks. I hope you guys enjoyed the ride along. Stay tuned for the next episode, and we want to thank our homeboy right here from Chicago, beautiful Windy City, and thank you for letting us feature your beautiful 64 Impala, bro.
Thank you for coming through, man. I really do appreciate it, bro.
And then if you ever make your way to Cali,
I'll hit you up.
Yeah, you have your house
for sure, bro. I appreciate it, man. Thank you very much, man.
Ask you this, dog. Final question.
Okay.
What is it that you want to leave in this scene, dog? Like, what's your legacy? What do you want people to say about you 5, 10, 15 years from now?
You know that, man, I don't know. Truthfully, in my heart, I want to say that I don't care what nobody says.
All right.
But obviously, I would hope that it would be something positive. Maybe the fact that, you know, like the YouTube channel I did. I did that just for us. Never in a million years did I ever think that it would take off. But I was out there doing it because I loved it.
Yeah.
Like many people have asked me and tried to pay me to come film a show, and I got to explain to them I'm a lowrider.
Yeah.
With the camera, not the other way around. So if I can make it to your show, I'm gonna pull up, and if I pull up, I'm gonna film.
Yeah.
Because that's what I love to do.
Ride with us, slide with us, come vibe with us. Stay cruising with real hitters and dime pieces. Ain't nobody else comparing to the things we own. You got love for the streets, why don't you ride along? Ride with us, slide with us, come vibe with us. Stay cruising with real hitters and dime pieces. Ain't nobody else comparing to the things we own. You got love for the streets, why don't you ride along?